Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing as some Norse raiders here on the Isle of Mann. So I went ahead and just loaded it in for us here. We're starting as Chieftain Kettle Bjornsson of the Mon. I think that's how you say that, the Mon, maybe. Isle of Mann, as it's known today. We're of the clan Flat Nefer. Currently, we're starting as a count level in the earldom here. We're under Jarl Ivar the Boneless, very famous Jarl here. And I thought we'd just kind of play around with the hopes. That's a really annoying one to start with. We're actually going to focus Marshall. I don't plan on this guy lasting too long, but still, let's see. So we are married, and we have a player heir, our son Bjorn Kettleson. Also, a little inverse of our name there, I guess. He's unmarried. He's 32, has an unfortunate learning skill as well, as we want to be focusing Marshall. But no worries, I'm sure he will be as good a Viking as any. I guess we don't want the albino trait. But you. This should work. I'm not going to look too much into their marriages right now. We can nominate a successor here in the Kingdom of Alva. I don't really care, so I'll just put that guy. Let's see. So we start with only this title. Do we have any? Okay, we have 200 Bondi, men-at-arms. We have, let's just check on our holding here. We start with a trading outpost, that's pretty good. So I think first things first, we're going to want to get enough money and prestige here for the gathering halls. I'd like to start out with that right off the bat. So I think we're going to do what Vikings do best and raid. Let me just find a good target here. So a lot of these guys have more troops than us, but we will have, or hopefully we will have a better quality than them, which should offset that sum. Yeah, let's go ahead and raise our raiders here. All right, he accepted our marriage proposal. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're just going to get max Bondi. I'm just going to disband these guys just really quick here, wait for these guys to train up, and then we'll go raiding and hopefully be a lot more successful. Another active election. Oh no, that's just going to stay there. We can declare war. Our family members can get married. We have another son, it would appear. So let's go ahead and marry him off to another Norse woman. How about, who is this? Thorgil's daughter. Looks good. We have some daughters here. I'm actually going to try to maybe get a good alliance through my daughters here. About, okay, they will not accept there. How about we try that again? How about this person? Yep, they'll accept. And how about our other daughter here? We'll deal with her in a moment. Right, that marriage proposal was accepted. Accepted our marriage proposal there as well. Alright, so let's check on these troops. Just gonna raise the speed up a little bit here. Alright, we got the 500. So let me just continue trying to find a good raiding target here. We don't want to have all those troops just go straight to waste, so gotta find somebody we can easily take. Actually, is this guy? Maybe we just want to take this instead of raiding it right off the bat here. Get a little bit more of a base for our levies and such. Let's do that. So here we have Helgi Ivar Dreisen. We're going to go and hopefully conquer the county of Leinster. So we have an unexpected visit. With my mind set on a relaxing evening, I'm headed for my son Helgi's chambers with some spiced wine and a chess set. Without knocking, I push his door open. Helgi is seated by his desk, writing furiously. As I clear my throat, he jumps out of his skin. He quickly stuffs a roll of parchment into his pocket and turns toward me with an uneasy look on his face. So we can say, "What are you hiding? Show me at once." He'll show us, but he'll lose some opinion of us. What is his opinion of us? 76. He is our son. We can return later. Or we can respect his privacy, you know? Our son is an amateurish plotter, and he's deceitful and vengeful, so I am going to have him show me what it is. Give it to me at once. With a shivering hand, Helgi offers me the crumpled parchment. I skim the letter, horrified. It is a convincing accusation, claiming Helgi has attempted to murder Carl. Who's Carl? My grandson. Written proof. You need to stop that. I won't arrest you because you're my son, but we might deal with that soon. Alright, I'll assign you. Siege coming to an end here. Perfect. That's alright. Force our demands. And a new castle has been taken. We can go ahead and raise a runestone. I think we'll do that. To our vanquished foe. Now that I've decided where to put on my runestone, the question remains, where to place it. Memorials to victory such as my triumph over Coifri are constant reminders of the war's glorious end. They are best placed in areas that require encouragement to cooperate. Let's go ahead and put it in Leinster then. Alright, and since we took that, okay, it looks like Mann is still Catholic, so even though this is going to take a very, very long time, we'll start the transition. We'll also start the culture flip in our capital. Alright, it says that we can possibly build something here. Yes, so let's build the gathering halls. Just to get a bit more passive prestige, which is going to be really important to be keeping our men-at-arms. New child of our dynasty, my daughter-in-law Freya has given birth to a son. Since the little one is part of the Flatneffer dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. Let's find a good one. How about Svein? And this is going to be my player heir's son. Looks like my player heir has one eye, which is a good trait to the Norse, as Odin himself had one eye, or has one eye. Alright, how many troops do you have? 789? He does have an ally, unfortunately. Okay, so that's going to be a bit difficult. What about you over here in Dyfed? We can take this, which I think we will. Let's go ahead and raise all of our troops. Head down here. Alright, we can get a new one here. I think I'm going to take Stalwart Leader. Perfect. Going to increase control here in our counties. And as we can see, our levies are increasing more and more. Looks like we can negotiate an alliance with our daughter. Seems that she holds land. Is this in... yeah, so it looks like our daughter has land in Iceland. I will go ahead and ally with you. I don't appreciate that she has converted away from the old gods, but... Alright, smallpox. That's no good. Let's see, Sanda, he's a prisoner of mine. I'm going to go ahead and isolate him and pray for redemption, as he's just a prisoner. Oh, might have been the wrong choice. With the first wave of fever and vomiting, I desperately hoped it would be nothing worse than the sweating sickness. And I did get a little bit better, arose from my bed, returned to my duties. For a week all was well, until I noticed the first red spots in my mouth. That was 2 days ago, and now the telltale lesions are spreading across my skin. Send for a physician now. I'll go ahead and pay the most here for Conan. A Catholic Gael, a local doctor, it would appear. So he says, the time has come to treat your smallpox. I would recommend drastic measures, but the choice is yours, my lord. Do no more than what is necessary. Conan presented me with the charred carcass of a cat and prompted me to dig in. As I ate, he told me how he had chased the plump feline around my holdings for hours. I think he wanted praise for his hard work, but the vile taste of the meal kept me silent. In the end, the fatty food turned out to be just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated, and the world seems a bit brighter. Excellent work, Conan. We get reduced disease symptoms. Looks like there are quite a few armies of the Principality of Gwynedd trying to take the Earldom of Dyflin. Where is that? That is not my land, so it is not my problem. Alright, it seems that we have survived smallpox. No easy feat. Alright, it seems our entire court has survived smallpox, which is great news. Looks like that is already Norse here in the Jarldom of Mann. Our gathering halls are almost done, which is great because it looks like we can afford another. Our heir, his wife, appears to have died. How did that happen? Natural causes. How old was she? 23. A little hard to believe, but so be it. Let us try to see if we can get some good traits. How old is our son here? He's 38. How about we try to get hail from Sigfrider here? And I am now known for dedication to the faith. I think to celebrate, we should go raiding. Alright. I am leading our raiding party here. What would be a good target for us? How many troops do they have over here? Quite a few. Quite a few. So maybe not these guys. These guys are fellow Vikings, so they are off limits. How about these guys? Right down here. Should be able to take them. It appears we cannot. Oh no, and our son has died. Take chivalric dominance. We must now replace our spymaster son. It's okay, he was a bit of a plotter. And just assign Thurid of Gautaland. Can we retreat? We sure can. Alright, so our first attempt at raiding proved that we are not the greatest Vikings to have ever lived. So I think we'll just go ahead and disband these guys for now. Oh, we can't. They're too close to the enemy, so just come back to the capital. Humiliated. And we'll disband. Hopefully try again soon. Both Earl Styrkar of Annandale and I are held in esteem by our liege Jarl Ivar. However, when it came to the handing out of titles, honors, and wealth, one of us will always be first among equals. The upcoming gathering at Yle Castle gave me a chance to ensure that I am the one with the Jarl's favor. As a smooth talk, this should be easy. We gain a 52% chance of getting the weak hook. I can illustrate that Odin already favors me with a 64% chance. Or we vassals work together, not against each other, which would give a fellow vassal opinion of 15. I don't really care about that, and as we are devoted to our faith, I think we will try to illustrate that Odin favors me. And look at that, we did go ahead and impress the Jarl, so it looks like we have hook on him. And I don't know if we really want anything from him. I think a hook on a fellow vassal would have been a little bit better, so we can maybe start an independence faction, but that was not an option. So, a well of insight. I understand you are interested in deepening your grasp on warfare. Chiefess Ingvild stretches as she approaches me. I might be able to help you see the battlefield in new ways. This is my wife here. Ingvild is well known for her mastery of river crossings and landings. If there was one who could help me understand, it would be her. I think that would be a great thing for a Viking chief to know how to do, so we'll go ahead and learn from our wife. No shame in that. Right before we look at this, I'm just going to go ahead and start our new construction. If we can. Looks like we don't have enough prestige, so we can go try to fix that with some raids, but the clanging of mail and the clashing of swords rings in my ears as my champions practice their arms. I study them intently, trying to ascertain each one's particular strengths and weaknesses. There can be little rest for them, for as soon as the bell is rung to signal the end of the mock melee, the stable doors are opened. It is time to bring out the mounts. Today we are doing field riding. I might gain a martial lifestyle perk, or bring me my armor. I haven't ridden on the Quintain in ages. That would give us a small health boost and 2 prowess. I think we're going to go for the martial perk here. Bjarni glances at the mud fields at the bottom of the hill. Those could serve as an outline of an enemy army, he says. I inform my champions as I inspect their battle line, preparing them for the strategy at hand. I should cut off diagonally and lead the champions into the flanks, or we can charge. The charge is well executed and we gain aggressive attacker. I think that's more Viking of us there. Unfortunately, we gained the trait Wounded. Looks like we have a dangerous faction. Peasant Rabble. Unfortunate. I think we're going to try to fight them. I don't think Kettle here is one to back down in that manner. So it looks like they did spawn in our capital, unfortunately, so we're just going to come from over here, and we're going to raise all our troops. Hopefully, get to our capital in time. We do outnumber them, and they are just peasants. Alright, we took them out. Chiefess Ingdevild has shown me the ins and outs of river crossings and landings. My final test is a mock battle against her to show what I've learned. Prepare the ranks. 50% chances. Or I've not yet learned enough. I think we're going to prepare the ranks and just take the 50-50. I mean, we keep getting quite unlucky, but who knows? Maybe that means it'll work out this time. Alright, looks like we didn't make it, but show me again. Our chief is no quitter. Gonna hunt down these peasants. Looks like they just went back to my capital right after I left, unfortunately, but all good. Let's go for the 50-50 again. We gained the trait Forder. That's gonna be great. We have defeated the peasant rabble. Our daughter can still marry. You know, I think maybe we'll try to get a matrilineal here to just grow our dynasty a little bit. Gonna disband all of our armies. And how are we? Okay, just a little healing could be done for the Bondi. All right, I think we'll join, but not really help our daughter. I don't think we like her very much. She is a traitor to the old gods. Alright, we could try to take another county. I think that'd be for the best, because we still have another domain limit we could be using here. These guys are a little bit weaker. They are part of the same duchy. So I think I'm willing to not be totally connected on that. I think we'll go for it. Gonna raise all of our armies down here. You know, I didn't check well enough. Hopefully they didn't have any allies. Looks like they don't. Alright, this should be a very easy war for us. I'm just going to right off the bat go and attack them. I know it was in the mountains and such, but with such a good outnumbering advantage, not too concerned. Going to chase them down here. And hopefully we can capture their leader. Looks like we did. Then force demands and take the fiefdom of Caerdid. Apologies if I'm butchering any pronunciations. Gonna never back down. And can we increase county control? Yep, let's increase it in the capital. Still working on converting our capital. Looks like Leinster will be Norse very soon though. Alright, we are up to our domain limit now, and we are a chief, so we're kind of restrained to that, as we cannot have any vassals. Alright, we could gain a new knight. We could kill him and gain 20 dread, but that would give us some stress. I think we will gain a lecture on honor, and use the prestige from this lecture to... Oh, we're still don't have enough prestige. We can stop and try to help them. There are many reasons for me to fly the waters near Hulmeton in times of peace, to show power, to dissuade pirates, even simply to fish or enjoy the sea breeze. We are on such a petty voyage when I spot a local vessel floundering in the distance. Even from here, it's clear that it's taken damage while out raiding. Its crew is barely keeping it afloat as they pail out water with silver goblets and ceramic bowls. The sight would be comical if it wasn't so serious. We can stop and try to help them and gain a 50-50 chance to either gain 150 prestige or lose 35. We can keep the loot. If we kill the survivors, we get some money. That would be bad. Let's just sail on. But let's try to help them. Looks like we did save them, thankfully. We could upgrade our longhouse, which would give another 75 levy, another 0.2 control growth, and 0.3 more prestige per month. What else could we build? We could also build palisades, which would give us a fort level, 100 levies, in addition to some garrison. Defender's advantage, we'd also gain some buffs to our actual soldiers. We could build war camps here, which would give us a lot more levies, and buff our knights. I think I'm going to build the war camps. What's this war right now? Holy War for the Chiefdom of Austerland. I think that's our daughter's war. who appears to have just died, or that's our other daughter, I think maybe. A good Asatru. I am known as a deeply pious man. Surely, my devotion to Odin should be good for something in this life too, and not only the next. There are a number of people who would do well to be reminded that I am in the All-Father's good graces. My dedication should be shouted from the towers. I've been too lenient on the temple this year. Or we gain pious liege for 10 years, which would give us a theocracy vassal opinion. I think I would like the prestige. Being raided. We still have not gone on a successful raid. Okay, we should almost certainly be able to take those guys now. So I'm gonna make these guys raiders. Oh, we can't raid right now because we're at war. Very unfortunate. Empty council position. Let's get a new steward. I'm just gonna go ahead and spend the money to recruit somebody. Grow our court size a little bit. Right, marital reclamations. I am surprised to find my wife skulking in my study. By the look on her face, something is clearly upsetting Ingvild, yet it takes me a while to convince her to share her concerns with me. My beloved, I must confess to you that Bjoring has gravely insulted me. I cannot bear the thought of being close to that coarse woman any further. She'll be gone by tomorrow, and with that we would gain 75 prestige and she'd get 20 opinion. I think you might be overacting a bit. This is my wife here, yeah. Which I think is fair. I don't want to get rid of my council, so I'm going to say that my wife is overreacting a little bit. It would appear that the petty king of the Strathclyde is quite... Oh. Unfortunately, it looks like me and my wife ended on a poor note. I think I will marry this quick 28-year-old who doesn't like me that much. I wouldn't like marrying a 65-year-old either, so I get it. Pick Kingsguard. Challenge criminals to trial by combat. I don't know who that skilled fighter is going to be, so I don't think I want to take the chance. Who is this? They have 13, and we have 13. That's a little too risky. He's already an old guy. I don't think it's worth. And he's not been the greatest fighter in his time, so might not be worth taking the chance on that. All right, so we can have this guy leave prison. I think we will. I think our guy is kind of a trusting guy. Romance, declaration of love. I am walking the gardens with some of the lords of the court when I notice my daughter-in-law Sigurdur approaching. I step aside to let her pass, but to my great surprise, she blocks my path and kneels before me. Before I have time to properly process this turn of events, Sigurdur begins to sing. I quickly recognize the tune. It's a famous Norse love ballad. I have heard it performed countless times, but never with such skill and passion. The intense emotions of the song are mirrored in Sigurdur's gaze, which is set on me. She does not look away for a single heartbeat. So she's married to my son and player heir. I'll say she flatters me, but we'll be doing nothing more. Not sure what she sees in our chieftain here. Stubborn and patient, yet compassionate chief. Earl Guthried's friendship. I never expected to grow so close to Earl Guthried as I have done in the past few years. On multiple occasions, he has proven himself to be a reliable and forthright man with only my best interests at heart. It truly is so rare to find a true friend. Alright, and it looks like we have enough prestige again. So this is getting close to finishing here. Rise of the Scots. Though they share a common origin with the other Anglo-Saxons, the clans living in northern Britain's lowlands have adapted to life in the rugged terrain. Diverging culturally and linguistically from their former countrymen, these Scots have enthusiastically embraced their new cultural identity. Alright, so it looks like Scotland has now formed a new culture. Looks like our daughter has lost her war. Does she still have land up there? Looks like she does. I don't know why our daughter has converted away from the old gods. But it is none of our concern, as she is quite far away. So we're going to start raiding. And hopefully actually not die this time. So before I do, let me just check, like, what's Gwyned's, how many troops they got? 1,059, it's a little risky. These guys down here, 410. Probably, oh, what about the Strathclyde? So they, yeah, let's do these guys. It looks like they're already pretty rated, but we could go up there for the four gold. Get the 2 gold here first, I guess. All right, 23 gold right there. That's more worth it. I will grant the tax linen. I don't think we care that much about. Oh, are these guys fellow Vikings? Looks like it. Unfortunate. How about these guys? Can we raid you? No. All right, let's quickly drop off our like 6 gold, 7 gold. All right, and then let's go be a little bit risky. Or how about these guys down here? 1,083. What about Brittany? 1,067. Are they rated a lot? No. Okay. Let's try Brittany. We're gonna go for it. Alright, this infatuation ends today. We should not be having an affair with our son's wife. Okay, looks like we're being attacked by Petty King Alfred. Would later go on to unite the Kingdom of Britain, or the Kingdom of England, excuse me, in his timeline. Hopefully not in this one, as we are on the other side of the Danelaw. Right, as my troops and I prepare to sack the lands of Penthriv, our first scouts report back. It seems the local towns are rich, but many are heavily fortified, and we could well be caught out by the vengeful armies before we can break into the juiciest targets. All is not lost. The art of good raiding is an exploiting opportunity. Perhaps the local king will be amenable. Let's try that. Alright, our offer is accepted. So, it'll cut the rating a little short. We did get 49 gold, which is not bad at all. We'll take that back. And we will respect the deal that we made. We're going to disband our army, quickly take this lifestyle perk. And with that, I think we are going to leave Chief Kettle Bjornsson of the Mon for this episode, but join in next time as we continue to expand our Viking kingdom and hopefully go on to form the, where is it? The Kingdom of the North Sea after we, or no, elevate the Kingdom of Mann and the Isles, get the legacy of piracy, and be some nice Vikings here in the British Isles. So if you're still here and you haven't yet, I would really appreciate you subscribing and liking the video. It would really encourage me to help make more of these. But if not, feel no pressure. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.